though, because the Brandon Ford pace trucks pull into the infield. James, 30 laps here tonight at Batesville.
All-time career win list. It counts. Doesn't count for championship points, but it'll set them up good for tomorrow night. At the Racing 3 restart zone, it's Jonathan Davenport and Ricky Thornton Jr. off at turn 4. 30 laps tonight. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and the Concave Super Dirt Series. We are underway here in Batesville. JD will grab lead to turn number 2. They fan out down the back straightaway. Thornton. Here comes Billy Moyer up top. The two veterans going at it door to door. Dale McDowell and Billy Moyer off at turn 4. JD leads lap number 1. Second McDowell. Moyer, Overton out at turn number 2. Up the track. They go side by side. Give second spot to Dale McDowell. Winner here in 2004. The Shane McDowell Racing Team 0. Bloomquist 17. Him at the line. 2 laps in the record books here tonight. Dale McDowell right through the middle out of turn number 2. He had a good hot rod at Florence last week. Did not have the result he wanted, but he knows this track very well. It came down to the end here a year ago between Davenport, McDowell, and Hudson O'Neill, and JD has led the first 3 laps here tonight. Trying to go back-to-back in dirt track racing. The winner last night of the SRX race at Lucas Oil Speedway to turn 3. He's got about 6-7 car length lead into 3. It's 0.5 of a second on the live timing and scoring off of turn 4. Moyer runs in 6th. Landers is 7th. And Moran, Pearson, Stormy Scott, Dalton Wilson is 10th. And every spot is important for those first 8 rows here tomorrow night. You see Stormy Scott and Billy Moyer down the back straightaway. Stormy Scott has a run. He'll take the spot. Earl Pearson Jr. working well on the bottom. In the Lucas Oil 46 up against that inside retaining wall down the main straightaway. 5 laps in the record books. It's Jonathan Davenport. It's 1.2 seconds. The advantage over Dale McDowell, and Ricky Thornton is 2 seconds behind. Devin Moran. Only a handful of appearances here. Down the main straightaway right now in position number 7. Spencer Hughes is up to 10th. Stormy Scott trying to move through there. Stormy Scott started in 9th. As they come out of turn 4, it's still Jonathan Davenport has led from the start. 7 laps in the record books here tonight at BMS. Right now, the lead, as he stretches it out, if this thing stays green, we'll pick up the tail end of the field here. This 30 lapper, 8 in the books, 22 to go. You see Earl Pearson Jr., Devin Moran, the 2 Lucas Oil Late Model Series regulars, battle into turn number 1. Earl Pearson Jr. has made more starts in Lucas Oil Late Model Series than any driver in the history of the series. They roll into turn 4, off of 4. JD still leads into 1. The Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Cornet Power under the hood down the back straightaway. Dale Mack, it's down to 1.3 seconds. The 2 Georgia veterans off at turn 4. Jonathan Davenport and Dale McDowell, 10 in the books. Ricky Thornton Jr. right now in 3rd. And the Big River Steel Hooker Trucking, Coleman Farms in for, whoa, Brandon Overton right through the hole in turn number 2. Bounces, he'll go into the 3s and the 4. Tim McCready is 5th in 39. 6th is Jared Lander. 7th is Devin Moran. 8th runs Earl Pearson Jr. 9th is Stormy Scott. 10th is Spencer Hughes in 11. We've scored 11 laps. Davenport has been out in front from the beginning. Spencer Hughes, Hudson O'Neill up to 11th out of the B main. Then it's Billy Moyer, Albertson, Dalton Wilson, Garrett Smith, your top 15. Hudson O'Neill started 19th. He's gained 8 spots here in the first 12 laps. Davenport has led from the drop of the green. Right now the advantage is down to 9/10 of a second. Into turn 1, Ricky Thornton Jr. is closing. There's a battle there between Overton and McCready. Now Davenport is going to pick up the tail end of the field. Here comes Dale McDowell and Ricky Thornton Jr. to turn number 3. We're 1 lap shy of the halfway mark this time around. We'll have 14 in the books here. Caution free so far. There's McDowell and Thornton into 1. Now Dale McDowell and Ricky Thornton Jr. go to the outside. They're diving off the corner down the back straightaway. Into turn 3. We'll have the halfway mark coming up. 15 down and 15 to go. Dale McDowell and Ricky Thornton Jr. on the move down the main straightaway. Last time around it was 0.8 of a second. This time it's 0.7. They knock a 10th off. Here comes McDowell. Thornton way up top side. Down the back straightaway. He'll go to the bottom, and Ricky Thornton Jr. and Dale McDowell and Thornton will take the spot. Ricky Thornton Jr. looking for his 15th win this year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series to tie the legendary Scott Bloomquist. Out at turn number 2. They have 14 to go. The lead is 0.7 of a second. Here comes Thornton. Last time around, McDowell. Well, Thornton was the fastest car on the racetrack. into turn 1, and Ricky Thornton Jr. goes to the outside and takes the lead on lap 17. Ricky Thornton Jr. out in front here at Batesville. Into turn 3, sporting that Midwest Sheepman orange spoiler. Off of turn number 4, down the main straightaway. He'll pull away. McDowell is third, Overton fourth, McCready fifth, Jared Landers runs in sixth. All 24 starters are still running. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Off of 4. Here comes Thornton behind the 90 of Rickman, the 14M of Mo Bags, Morgan Bagley on the bottom. They'll have 10 laps to go next time around. Here comes Jonathan Davenport into turn 3 on his car owner's home track. Lance and Darla Landers, Double L Motorsports, down the straightaway. Last time around is 4/10 of a second. This time it will be 4/10 of a second. Up in turn 2. Here comes on the bottom Davenport down the back straightaway. Dale McDowell, Silver Car Links back in third. They battle behind Brian Rickman out of turn 4. It's not over yet. Down the straightaway, 9 laps to go. Davenport is there into turn 1. Around this 3/8-mile V-shaped oval, Davenport on the bottom, trying to retake the lead. He led the first 16 laps. Thornton on the outside, but they're going to have to squeeze in a lap traffic into 3. Thornton gets back on the bottom, out of turn 4. They've got 8 laps to go. All green so far. Dale McDowell pedaling hard at 17M. But he is about 1.2 seconds behind, but he's making up time. Here comes Dale McDowell down the back straightaway with the top 3 will be all together into turn 3. They will have 7 laps to go as they work lap 23. It is still out in front, Ricky Thornton Jr. into turn 1. And we got a car slowing into turn 1. I believe it's Billy Moyer Jr. has a tire down. And the Gorsuch Performance Solution caution is out with 7 laps to go.
Flat right rear tire on Billy Moyer Jr.'s Henderson Motorsports number 21. He'll pull down into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit and try to salvage some points here tonight. James, what about that battle through lap traffic with your leaders as Ricky Thornton Jr. right before halfway found his way to the lead around Jonathan Davenport?
Well, a year ago in a 100-lap race, Jonathan Davenport had competition from McDowell and O'Neill. He led all 100 laps, but Ricky Thornton Jr. took the lead on lap 17. But Dale McDowell was only 1.3 seconds behind the top 2.
As Billy Moyer Jr., they're going to pull the right rear off this number 21, the Longhorn chassis, Henderson Motorsports, as we talked about. As they pull it off, taking a look at it, they got another tire ready to go on as that tire is used up. You see some tire wear when you come here to Batesville, and you got to wonder if perhaps, yeah, that thing looks like they had burnt the inside off of it as it was worn down, blistered heavily. New right rear tire going on, and we're going to have a 7-lap shootout. We're going to see who is the best in open traffic. And James, the thing that stuck out to me is Ricky Thornton Jr. found a groove considerably higher on the racetrack than anybody else has been able to make work so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As again, 7 laps to go. Thornton, Davenport, McDowell, Overton. Moran is up to 5th in 99. Good run for Devin. Then McCready, Landers, Pearson, Stormy Scott, and Spencer Hughes right now in the running order. Then it's Hudson O'Neill, Billy Moyer, Garrett Alberson, Scott Krigler, and Dalton Wilson, your top 15.
And James, look at Jonathan Davenport. Does he possibly have a tire going down, or is he worried that he may have a rub as he jumps out in front of the field? We'll see if he stops at a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series official, and he will stop. I believe Jeremy Shields over in turn 4, as Shields will hop over the wall and see what JD's concern is.
Right now, the early contender for the Todd Steel Building's hard charger bin is Hudson O'Neill, up 8 spots. 19th to 11th. Logan Martin up 4. We'll take a look. Billy Moyer Jr., as you see, hit down there in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. So I believe all 24 starters still running in this race. So it'll be Ricky Thornton Jr. out in front. Last time around was 0.6 of a second under green flag conditions, and apparently it is a receiver issue with Davenport. I think they were probably running radios last night at Wheatland, right?
Oh, 100%. Well, yeah, because if you ever watch those SRX races, they will talk to them under green flag conditions.
Yeah, can you imagine us doing that?
Oh, man, they get mad at us, enough at us. We want to talk after they win a heat race. Can you imagine if, hey, Jonathan Davenport, you're leading a million-win late model race. We just want to pick your brain a little bit. No, I think I want to sign up for that one, James.
I like Stewart's observation there on Ryan Newman. It was like, hey, you got a guy underneath you. I'm going to let you go here. That's
great.
fun. It's a great show.
It was great. Well, getting them doubled back up, guys. Here we go. 7 laps remain. And Ricky Thornton Jr. in open traffic. Will he go back to the top? That's the question, James. Or is he going to move down into that groove where we've seen Davenport and McDowell be so good?
Yeah, and Devin Moran's not out of it yet. Neither is Overton. Once we get inside of 5 laps in this type of race, we'll go single file, but we're still with 7 to go. So 2 different leaders. Davenport led the first 16 laps. Thornton's led ever since. Now McDowell, as Davenport picked the top on the restart. I don't know if you want to give Dale McDowell that advantage. They come to the Racing Frios restart zone with 7 to go. Here comes Overton. Here comes McCready. Here comes Moran. Out of turn number 2. Thornton still has the lead down the back straightaway. Dale McDowell. Oh, Thornton. Or Overton's thought about going through the middle. How about Devin Moran? Devin Moran out of turn 4, and he's got 3rd. Devin Moran, he started back in 8th, in 99, up to 3rd. Down the back straightaway to the left. Gorsuch Performance Solution caution is that we get a car crossways coming out of turn 4.
That's going to be Tyler Erb. He'll get it back going once again. Not sure what happened, though. James looked up, and that car was parked on the exit of 4 on the bottom of the racetrack.
But we did get the lap in. It's the leader plus 3 at the loop, and Devin Moran has now come to 3rd, Benji.
From 8th to 3rd, and with 6 laps remaining, that means, guess what? We're going to double them up again.
To double them again, we'll get the tail end of that. Looks like the door on the number 1 car is mangled. And yeah, he had a little bit of help there in turn 4. So everybody's still running in this race, all 24 starters. It'll be Thornton, Davenport, Moran now 3rd. Again, Devin started back in 8th. Then it's McDowell, McCready, Overton, Landers, Pearson, Stormy Scott, Spencer Hughes is 10th. Boy, what a restart for Devin Moran. And he may not be out of it for a win here tonight. And he won the Show Me 100 back Memorial Day weekend at Lucas Oil Speedway. And you know, he's only been there a handful of times, Ben.
Yeah, very limited starts here for Devin, and I tell you what, looking pretty strong right now. Now, he's going to find him in the same situation that McDowell was in, though, assuming Davenport wants the outside again, and McDowell just did not get a good start there on the bottom. But you talk about Devin Moran, and limited starts, only 2 starts here, and he was 8th back in 2019, back to the Dunn-Benson days. So right now, they're about that double-down motorsports car, perhaps tomorrow night, in victory lane for the first time at the Comcam's Topless 100.
Moran trying to get in that top 4. Right now, it is Thornton leading the points. Hudson O'Neill is 2nd. Davenport is 3rd. And you have a tight battle between Overton, McCready, and Moran. And you got a battle for, 6th through 9th as well. And again, 5th in the points is going to get $75K. That's what we paid to win the points the last couple of years. The champion will get $200,000. 2nd place will get $150,000. 3rd will get $125,000. 4th will get $100,000. What a field of cars we will have for that season finale. We'll have the steel block late models. We will have the modifieds. They're going to run for $5,000 to win each. We're going to have the Eldora stock cars. EldoraSpeedway.com. Get your camping reservations. Get your tickets now.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the experience up there. You know, a few years ago, we finished the World 100 in October after the remnants of a hurricane got us. But the Dirt Track World Championship, first time ever. You can go to EldoraSpeedway.com. More information. Get those tickets and get those camping spots. Right now, though, we're going to see if Devin Moran can get a better restart on the bottom than Dale McDowell was able to, as JD's picked the high side once again.
All right, 6 to go. Ricky Thornton Jr. looking for his 15th win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series to equal Scott Bloomquist in his championship year of the 3-time titleist out of turn 4. Racing through his restart zone. Great restart for Devin Moran on the bottom. They'll have 5 to go next time around. Devin Moran has a run out of turn number 2. JD to the outside. Moran trying to shut the door, and he does. There was a little bit of contact. Tim McCready on the bottom, and Tim McCready's going to go to 2nd at the line. Yes, McCready come out of nowhere. Here comes Moran, battles back there 2x2 through the field. It's all right now RTJ in the 3. What a battle. Out at turn 4. 4 to go. And the Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution is out. We got 2 cars in turn 2. Oh, my. Ben. Where did McCready come from? He's second.
Well, coming out of 2 on that back straightaway on that restart. Basically, Devin and Davenport got together and McCready capitalized. We saw him really strong on the bottom in the heat race, and he made a power move as he moves up to second. Brian Rickman will come to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Looks like Scott Kriegler is going to stay out in the 12 car, but the 90 team will go to work on that race car. We'll see if the defending Comp Cam Super Dirt Series champion can make his way back out to the Speedway.
Jared Landers is 6th. Stormy Scott is 7th. Hudson O'Neill is 8th after starting in 19th. Pearson is 9th, Overton is 10th, and it's Hughes, Alberson, Dalton Wilson, Garrett Smith, Cade Dillard. Right now, your top 15. For those at home watching, Ben, what a move on the restart. I believe he was 4th on the restart was McCready. Now he's 2nd. Watch this. For those at home watching on MAP TV on Flow Racing, Moran, they go there squeezing Davenport, and Tim McCready says thank you very much.
Meanwhile, Brandon Overton down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit in the 76 cars. He's made his way down pit side.
All right, Ben, 5 laps to go. It'll be Thornton, McCready, Moran, Davenport, McDowell, your top 5. Then Lander, Scott, Stormy Scott, O'Neill, Pearson, Overton. As I mentioned, Hughes, Alberson, Wilson, Garrett Smith, Cade Dillard, still all 24 starters still running. Brandon Overton, man, oh man. It just seems like, Ben, I mean, since the Show Me 100, he had 2 hard crashes at Eldora. He has not been the same in that 76 car.
No, they got a new right rear tire on that race car, but man, he just cannot seem to catch a break, and I'm not totally sure if he's coming back out. They're down there. Jack Sullivan's taking a look at the race car as they pull the right rear off. Overton's still sitting in the pits, and he's in danger of falling outside that top 4. And again, you want to be in that top 4 by the time we get ready to head to Eldora, because that's who's going to be eligible for that $200,000 Lucas Oil Championship this year. And the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP.
And the 2 drivers that are right behind him are 2nd and 3rd in this race, been looking for a good starting spot tomorrow night.
Yeah, they're hot in pursuit, and Jack Sullivan hops on a 4-wheeler, and he's going to push Brandon Overton back. Jack does it all, guys. Cadillac Jack does it all. He's been teching race cars. He's pushing race cars. He builds race cars during the day at Cadillac Chassis. He does it all.
Well, trying to refire the 76 car as he comes back out on the track. 5 laps to go.
Wow. And this, I assume, so single file restart, 5 to go. Wow. Well, can McCready do anything with Ricky Thornton Jr.? And again, we talked about it, James, 30 lapper. You don't expect this many cautions, but that's what we've had. And you got to think there's a lot of guys starting to get concerned about their tires.
Yeah, 5 laps to go. It'll be single file restart. McCready and Moran, 2nd and 3rd behind Ricky Thornton Jr. 5 laps to go. All right, can Ricky Thornton Jr. took the lead back on lap 17. He's withstood challenges by Davenport, by Moran, by McCready now. As you see the shine through the middle of the track of the 3/8 mile at Batesville Motor Speedway. Green is back out, 5 to go. Thornton's going to go to the outside. McCready down a lane lower out at 2. McCready has to run down the back straightaway. Here comes Tim McCready to turn 3. It's not over yet. The left 4 to go. This time around, Thornton goes to the bottom side, and that might have did it right there, but there's still 4 to go into 1. Now he'll go back to the outside. McCready right through the middle of turn number 2. This is where he makes his hay down the back straightaway. It's about 3 car lengths the lead. It's 0.5 of a second on the scoring monitor. Davenport is 3rd. Devin Moran has dropped back to 5th off of turn 4. 3 to go into 1. Devin Moran had a 2nd place car, but right now he's back to 5th. Stormy Scott, Landers, O'Neill, Pearson, use your top 10 as we will head to the 2 to go signal, and Ricky Thornton Jr. doing Ricky Thornton Jr. things with 2 to go. Into 1. He'll diamond it off out at 2, down the back straightaway. McCready pedaling hard, but he's too far back. White flag coming out. A record-tying 15th win of the year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Into turn 1. Whoa, and he got into the wall. Ricky Thornton Jr. got into the wall in turn 2, sparked the wall, but he still holds a good lead. 3 and 4. We got a car slowing on the main straightaway, and the Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution is out because Tyler Erb was in the line of traffic coming off at turn 4. Oh, man.
And now you got to wonder, does Ricky Thornton Jr. have any damage from what happened there, James, as he's got to survive a one-lap shootout to the checkers. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we're going to have a replay for those fans at home on MAP TV on Flow Racing. By the way, fans of the track, you can watch the replay. There he goes into 1. And we've seen cars go out of the ballpark here. He wasn't close to that, but he rubbed that right rear quarter panel. 1 lap to go, Ben. Wow.
Well, McCready was strong on that restart. After a lap or two, Thornton pulled away, but now McCready gets another shot at him. And oh, by the way, Jonathan Davenport up there now. It's just a wow. Unbelievable. As Thornton, I thought he maybe had given it away when he got into the wall. And yeah. We've seen Peyton Taylor go out of the ballpark in a Steve Russian race car a few years back. So it is possible, but Thornton right now, hopefully no damage on that race car as he's trying to hang on for 5,000 here tonight at Batesville.
So that last restart been not good for Devin Moran. It faded back now to 5th, but he's still there in the top 5. Again, we'll talk to the top 3, the Big River Steel podium in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Thornton, McCready, Davenport, McDowell. Moran, Stormy Scott is 6th. Jared Landers is 7th. Hudson O'Neill or Pearson Jr. And 10th is Garrett Alberson. Stormy Scott started 9th. Trying to get one more spot is Tim McCready. Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to lead the last 13 laps of this race. As they come out of turn 4, the Racing for Heroes restart zone. Green and white together, 1 to go in Batesville. McCready's going to try that diamond head off. He bounces through it out at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Is the slider coming? Thornton's going to shut the door to 3. Off of turn 4, Ricky Thornton Jr. at the line by a car length and a half, wins here tonight at Batesville. 2nd spot is Tim McCready. 3rd is Jonathan Davenport. 4th, Dale McDowell. 5th, Devin Moran. 6th is Jared Landers. 7th, Stormy Scott. 8th, Hudson O'Neill. 9th, Earl Pearson Jr. And 10th is Spencer Hughes. We're going to run one more lap just to be sure, right? Here as he goes through there. What a finish there. So Jonathan Davenport led the first 16 laps of this race. Thornton got the lead and has to hold him off here at the end. Now we will go to the scales to check everything out. Unofficially, the Todd Steel Building's hard charger is Hudson O'Neill, up 11 spots from 19th to 8th. Brandon Shepard up 7 spots. So O'Neill looks like he has secured that. Todd Steel Building's hard charger the race as Ricky Thornton Jr. to the scales here at Batesville.
I tell you what, James, for a 30-lapper, a lot of storylines here tonight. We wait to talk to your top 3 and modified feature coming up after this, and then live music. Waffle House Supreme, guys. We're going to be playing them about 12:30 or 1. They're going to be taking the stage. So
is that
ready.
their name?
No,
Waffle
I just made that up.
Okay,
no, I was saying it's late night, man. I was thinking.
You sure it didn't Huddle House in this? Is it Huddle House?
It could be Taco Bell, too. You never know. All right, well.
So unofficially, Benji, it's Thornton, McCready, Davenport, McDowell, Moran, then Landers, Scott, O'Neill, Pearson, Hughes, your top 10. Then Alberson, Wilson, Garrett Smith, Dillard, Shepard, Rasden, Moyer Sr., then Martin, Bagley, Moyer Jr., Krigler, Rickman, Overton, Erb. Everybody finished the race except Tyler Erb with 30 laps scored. Erb going out there on the last lap with the last caution of the race would set up a one-lap shootout. And Ricky Thornton Jr. with that Midwest Sheet Metal Orange spoiler. Chris Davis is in the house this weekend, and he's going to come to Lucas Oil Victory Lane, and you'll get to talk to him.
Well,
yep,
he's
he's
done it. Yeah, for the 18th time in his career, the 15th time this year, Ricky Thornton Jr. tops a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature. The current Midwest Sheet Metal points leader. He's got that Dayglow orange spoiler on. Chris Davis gives him a high five as RTJ brings the 20 RT to Victory Lane as he just keeps on winning here in 2023. And again, this will put him on the pole for tomorrow night's event as he pulls off the steering wheel as he goes after his first Comp Cams Topless 100 title presented by Nutrient Ag Solutions tomorrow night. But tonight, $5,000 richer as the fireworks go off And we wait on the driver of the SSI Motorsports Dyno 1, Hoker Trucking, Bill Stein, Longhorn Race Car, Clements Power under the hood of the D&E, Outside Services, Big River Still entry. Ricky Thornton Jr. grabs the Sunoco Racefield's checkered flag, climbs out of the top. Let him hear it, race fans. Ricky Thornton Jr., your winner tonight. $5,000 richer. And Ricky's been wanting to drive some sprint cars here lately. He just got out like he just won a USAC wingless sprint event down here. Ricky, how bad have you been wanting to hop out the top of victory lane for one of these, man? I tell you what, let's just step around front here. First question, the first white flag lap, what happened in turns 1 and 2?
I actually got a really good run off 4, and I was just going too fast, and I couldn't slow down. I'm glad it was as minor as it is. I thought it was going to be really bad there for a second, but overall, really good car. We were kind of worried early going out, kind of late there in qualifying, and we were really good. So I don't know. I felt like the main there, JD and Dale kind of took off, and I didn't take off as good as they could. And then it was like we got about 10 laps in. I felt like they kind of slowed down, and my stuff picked up. So I don't know. Maybe I was just searching a little more than they were, and just kind of found that top there in 1 and 2. And if you hit it right, it was really good. If you hit it wrong, you're in the fence.
Well, I was going to ask, nobody else really went up there, and you went up there, and at what point did you realize, they're not going to be able to stop me if nobody else moves up?
Well, Dale actually moved up and kind of blocked my line a little bit, and then we got to the one lap car, and as soon as he turned down, I knew that was my spot where I had to do it right then and there. So I got a good run. I was able to cross another back straightaway, and then I figured JD was kind of a sit and duck at that point. Like it's kind of hard for your crew guy to tell you exactly what you needed to do. So it worked out for us. Hopefully we can have a good run tomorrow too.
You're crossing them off the list right now. As you look ahead to tomorrow, are you already thinking about what you need out of this race car for 100 laps?
Yeah, I actually was right off the get-go. I think there's a couple little things we can change, get a little bit better. Hopefully we don't make ourselves any slower, but overall Burrows and Jayco, DJ, they bust their butts, make sure I got the best car out here, and we've had a really good car all year, so hopefully we can keep our speed up. We got a big shout-out to Big River Steel, Hoker Trucking, Dyno 1, my brother EMD Wraps, making it always look nice. Coleman Farms, Murdy Farms, Bill Stein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis, Westside Tractor Sales, Sunoco, Midwest Sheet Metal. All the fans for coming out and everyone that stopped by over at the Pearl Trailer.
Race fans, how about a Ricky Thornton Jr. in victory lane here tonight at Batesville? We'll head down and we'll talk to your second and third place finishers as Tim McCready comes on in position number 2 tonight. Carr was on dig, talking with Scott Fegder as crew chief as he gets set to climb out of the race car. And Tim with a big 4th to 2nd run. Tim with about 6 laps to go. You got a big run on the restart, and you're able to get up there. It seemed like on both of those restarts with a few to go, you could make a run at Ricky on the restart, but after that, he was able to pull away.
Yeah, I mean, we're really quick for a few laps, and then I kind of get where it's just not maneuvering right. But that's the beauty of it. At least we're up there with the front. Thank everybody, Longhorn Chassis, Bill Stein Shocks, Cornet Motors and everything. Everybody's been working really hard to try to get this car very competitive, and it was really balanced. And I think I over-tightened it and did some things, but it's nice to have a car that can still run good when you mess it up as a driver.
You've won here at Batesville, but I feel like this Batesville we got right now is a little bit different than what we've seen. As you head into tomorrow, what's your focus for this race car as you see what the track, pretty much what we're going to have for tomorrow?
I just got to get a little more neutral. I mean, it takes off so good, and it's got good stick, and that's what happened in the heat. And then the yellows, cools everything down, and we take back off again. And same thing in that feature when they had them yellows at the end. We took right off, and we just got to maybe lose some of that at the beginning, because that's what he's really maneuverable. I went in there once and jumped the cushion and got in the wall there with a couple to go, and I thought, well, maybe if he gets a flat, we can beat him. But they're on a rail right now, and I'm just happy for our team, Paler Motorsports, and everybody's working hard to get us up front. Thanks, Donald and Gina, and everybody that's putting the full effort in, and we'll keep trying. Race
fans, Tim McCready in position number 2 tonight. Jonathan Davenport leads early, ends up in the 3rd position. JD, man, you had a rocket ship, and then Thornton found something up top. Were you able to go up there, or were you set up for the lower half of the racetrack?
I think he was just feeling sorry for me at the first part of the race and let me lead a few laps. He's been really good. We're going to have to figure out a way to make him start in the pits or something, and we might have a chance. But congratulations to them. They've been really good. Timmy's getting better, and so are we. You know, we just wasn't as good as we needed to be tonight. It don't take much to be second, third, or 10th with these guys. Everybody's so close anymore, but we just got to have a car that's a little bit more maneuverable, a little bit more driver friendly. So, but hey, you know, it's top 3. That gives us a good starting position for tomorrow, so it can always be worse.
Real quick, restart with about 6 to go, and contact with you and Devin down the back straightaway. What happened there?
He just got under me there, and I thought he was going to give me enough room there at the last second where I could roll him back on the outside. But he closed the hole, and I tried to lift instead of where I wouldn't stick him in the fence and tear up a whole bunch of stuff. So just one of those things, just a racing deal. Ain't no big deal. I don't know if he's mad at me about it, but maybe not. But we'll just go on. And like I said, just think Nutrient Ag Solutions, all my guys, Dynagrow Seed, ASC Warranty, say hello to everybody back home watching. And, yeah, we got 100 more laps tomorrow to get them.
Your defending champion, Jonathan Davenport, rounds out the Big River Steel podium in 3rd. Well, I tell you what, James.